Come on in and welcome to episode 73, my friend. I'm Bood, and as always, thanks for joining me. You're an absolute hero, a legend, a god amongst men. I love you, seriously. I love you that much because you always smash the like button. You know that doing that helps me, don't you? And you never don't smash it. You always smash it and smash it and smash it a little bit more because you love me and I love you. So, as always, thank you. Today's episode is a bit different than the episode I advertised at the end of the last episode, because this episode, I'm going to try and say the word episode as many times as possible and get in the Guinness Book of Records. Seriously though, we're going to be playing Everton in the Premier League, and the reason why, I was going to come back for a second leg in the Champions League, but we had the Champions League last episode, and when you see what happened in the first leg, you'll realise why we're not coming back for the second leg. And Everton have already beaten us this year. Loads of you guys are Everton fans. My under-23 manager Lee, club mascot, the Jolly Hatter himself, he's an Everton fan. I thought it'd be great to play then. Bit of Premier League action, why not? I've got loads to share with you. Loads and loads and loads. If you want to support the channel though, that little bit more, and become a hero with the other patrons, you can pledge to my channel. You'll find a link down below, and if you do, you will be part of my very first FM20 series, a series I'm super excited about. But right now, I'm super excited about the Villa, the black and yellow. Let's get into it. Let's start with the Carabao Cup, the cup that we are the holders of, and we're not going to be the holders of it for much longer because we got knocked out. I was laughing because we drew Brentford, buzzing, thinking it would be all right, and I B-teamed it, give guys a game, and these guys have done well for me. In games before this, in games after this, but this was not meant to be. It's time for some FA Cup action. Yes, we've delved right into this season, and yeah, Leicester, and I bloody B-teamed it, and this is what I mean. Leicester are a good team, and we beat them 3-0, goals from Dixon, Stevens, and roll over Beethoven in the 93rd minute. Again, we battered them, they didn't have a shot on target. On to the fourth round, and we drew Bristol City, and again I B-teamed them. I know I said I was going to maybe use a lot more under 23 players, but I've got that many under 23 players from last season in the first team. I thought, I'm using them anyway. Let's give these guys as many games as I can. Let's keep this squad rotating and fresh and well oiled. That's a good one, isn't it? Well oiled. Just in case we need them. Didn't score though, did they? No, so we had to go back to their place in a replay. And the lads didn't let me down. No, we did really well. Again with the B team. Brett Younger, who's a beast, and James Evans ended up playing. I think James had been injured. I'm trying to get him back with his fitness. That's why he came on as a sub. So he's going to be back with a vengeance hopefully soon. But yeah, great performance. And again, through. This is a cup again. I really want to win it. I'd love to win the FA Cup. And we've got a great chance of doing that because we're into the 6th round. And we beat West Ham in the 5th round. Only 1-0, but again, look. Pretty much B-teamed it. Evans again coming on as a sub, getting his fitness back. Beethoven picked up a knock. Now, I think going into the 6th round, though, I'm going to have to start thinking about this and start taking it a bit more seriously. Because these guys have done well, but I'm not going to win an FA Cup with ease. I need to be playing the best team I can. But you've got to find that balance, haven't you, when you're gunning for a title. You're in the Champions League and the FA Cup, and I've got a very young squad as it is. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. Now, if I'm honest, I am contemplating taking a risk because we've got Brighton. No offence to Brighton, but they're not the best team. I mean, the worst team in the draw, and I love Huddersfield, is Huddersfield because they're in the Championship, so they should be. But a lot of the bigger teams are out. We've got Chelsea are probably a threat. Everton are a threat. We're playing them today. They've already beat us this season. Spurs are decent, but we tend to beat Spurs. I mean, we've got a great chance of winning the FA Cup this year, so do we take a risk away at Brighton and then go for it in the semis? Wait and see. I've played 12 games in the Premier League. Since that disappointing game against Atletico Madrid, it was really, really disappointing. But it is what it is, and the first game back, we bounced back. We played Fulham, we weren't the best team in the world. James Evans got an hat-trick and a 9.4 average rating. Honestly, potential superstar in the making, this kid. The next game I'm going to show you is the next game because it's Chelsea. Great team up there with us fighting for the title. And we beat them 3-1. I mean, on our day we are brilliant. Sometimes we're just a bit flat. But when we're not flat, this young side of mine just play without fear. 2 goals from Blakovic and a goal from Ruben. And yeah, we deserved it. I'm going to show you 4 games, and the third game I'm going to show you is a defeat to Manchester City because these are a big team with, you know, they're going to be up there challenging with us at the top of the league, and it just shows you that sometimes we ain't great. Last year I did a lot of tactic switching. This year I've been sticking to one. I don't know if it's made any difference. I don't know if we're young, but this is Man City still. They're still one of the best teams in the country. Got all the money in the world, and they deserve the win. And it hurt me, but this next one hurt me the most. And it's the last game I played, and it's against Leeds away at Ellen Road. We got beat 2-0. I didn't even beat team either. We just didn't turn up at all. Statistically, it's pretty even. They just got their 2 goals. Garber wasn't garbage today. He was pretty freaking good. Oh god, this hurt. This hurt more than anything in the world. If you have a look at the results as a whole, you'll see we've not done bad. We won 3 on the bounce. We drew with Arsenal and got beat up City. Drew with Newcastle. Went on a great winning streak of 5 games, beating Wolves, Borough, Southampton, Liverpool 4-0. I wanted to show you that, but I thought I'd show you some defeats to show you we're not amazing. So that was brilliant. That's a cheer you up, isn't it? Right away, Scousers. Bournemouth 2-1, and then obviously we just got beat off Leeds going into today's game against Everton. Like I always say, if you've got an eagle eye, you'll have seen where we are in the league, and we are second, trailing a bit really now. Man United top of the league. We've got a game in hand, but we are 7 points adrift. We need to win today. United are playing again today, so it's going to be a while before things even themselves out. What we could do with Brighton beating United at Old Trafford. Could that happen? Could it? I'm not sure. Newcastle are in the Europa League. So does that mean they won it? Damn right it does. And not only did they win it, they beat Man City. Man City are losing final after final after final. FA Cups, League Cups. They get there and then lose, don't they? Poor Man City. Eh? Oh. Let's have a quick look at some team stats. Obviously we're young, but I think we're exciting still. But we're not dominating. I'm not 100% sure we've got the stats to win a league, but we're up there. Could happen. It could still happen. But we're joint 5th with today's opponent, Everton. Both scoring 50 goals. United and Arsenal, though. I don't think Arsenal are that good, but they just score goals for fun. But this is the difference, isn't it? You can score as many goals as you want. You need a good defence as well, or defence. I watch too much NFL. United, you can see where they're top of the league. We've got a great defence as well, though. It's brilliant. Even, maybe had a risk getting rid of my goalkeeper, but Caesar stepped right in, done really well. Only letting 21 goals. Arsenal are right down there, by the way. That's why they're not that good in those scoring goals. Let's have a look at who's doing the business for us. And this is the squad arranged by average rating. We've got a few unhappies. Now, Danila's unhappy because Babin hasn't been playing, and he's not happy with how I've dealt with it. He wanted me to fine Babin. I think he missed the training session and I just warned him. Danila, he thinks Billy Big Balls, doesn't he, because he's that good. Ruben's unhappy because he wants a new deal, but I have offered him one. And he accepted, but he hasn't fully accepted, if you know what I mean. So I'm surprised that's still there, but it will go away. Caesar's unhappy because he wants a new contract, same thing, I've offered him one. That's pretty much it. I don't get why Danila's kicking off about me not finding Babin. And Babin's played enough games, he's just not the number 1 centre-half. It's Stevens and Durant Reese. It's what it is, mate. You've got to play better, haven't you, when you get the chance. Now, he's starting to get better and better. Now, I want his finishing to improve. I'd love his finishing to be 18. Off the ball, 17-18. Composure, 17-18. But he's only 21. I'm hoping he will improve. I'm hoping he will. His physicals are brilliant. He's worth 55. 55 million. Quick look at the moany old arsehole, Danila. The Ukrainian, he's 25 now. 70 million he's worth. Great player. I mean, I've seen better wingers attribute-wise, but he just works and just does a job. But I think we all should show Black Colvick a bit of love, because this kid now, he's been with us 4 years and he's got better and better and better. He's now 22 with 63 million. Apparently he's a 5-star player, world-class midfielder, and I wouldn't argue with that. And he's only 22. He could get better. I love him. Honestly, he's one of the best players I've ever had. Plays straight through the middle. If you need him to be in defence, he could do you a job. Talking of heroes, we've got a few at Denton Villa. We've made quite a few over the years, which has surprised me really, because I really want the stadium to be named after someone. Although I was worried if it got called the Josh Stevens Stadium or even the Hughesy Stadium, I'd be like, oh, go on. But Jordan Halliwell was like one of our players from about 20 years ago. He's shit. He's still playing, I think. But imagine it got named after him. Really, they should have named it after me, shouldn't they? Hey. Instead, they've called it the bloody Denton Villa Stadium. But I can't wait. Hopefully, we can get in it before the series ends. And this is Jordan Halliwell. He was one of our legends back in the day, and I'm talking back in the day like 2018, 2019, 2020. He's now 35. He's still playing. Plays for Newcastle Town. He's at Grimsby in Telford. He's not the best player anymore. Veteran. Never played for Wales, but you know, back in his day, he did a great job for us. Look how he was a handy player to have when we needed him. Now we all remember Ben Mull. He was awesome. When we first had him, I think he was brilliant, and he's been about a bit now since we let go of him. So, wowzers! He's been gone 5 years already, Ben Mull. That's crazy how time flies. He went Sheffield Wednesday, Millwall, he went Real Betis for a season, Getafe. Wow, and now he's at these dudes, Amens, SC, whoever they are. Another quality ex-player and legend of the club is Oliver Humphreys, who is still at Fulham, where he left 3 years ago. Bloody hell. Now, I liked him, and for at a time, he was one of our best players. I think when we were in the Championship, was it? I might be wrong, but I think the year we were in the Championship and we didn't get promoted, did we lose a playoff final? I'm pretty sure he was our best player that year. Next, I want to look at Raven, because Raven's one of the very first people to win the regen competition when I used to do them. And he's a great guy, great subscriber. Him and his son. I don't know if they still watch. He's not commented for a very long time. Maybe they've stopped watching. Used to watch it, and used to watch my old series last year. The under-23s must have listened to me. Lee, you're doing a brilliant job again. His new look side, he's a much younger, less talented side maybe. Got potential, but not as good as he were the last 2 years. Started off a bit slower, but starting to pick up that pace now. And they're second, and they are 3 points off United. So just like we are battling for the Premier League against United, they're battling again with United for the Premier League 2. This is awesome. Okay, on to the Champions League, and we're only in the first knockout stage. But I want to show you this, because obviously we came second, you know that. So these are all the groups. Now, you might not be able to see them all because of my head. The bottom group's got Paris at the top, Chelsea in second. Obviously, then you've got City and Real Madrid. So we could have got Paris, we could have got FC Bayern because they top their group. We could have got Benfica, we could have got Man United or Dortmund. But no! We got the mighty Barcelona. We weren't that great, actually. Look at that group. Everyone on 9 points. But Barcelona are good. It's Barcelona. They've always got a bit of money. They're always one of the best teams on this game. But obviously, it's 2030 and time's changing at the minute. They haven't won the league since 2022. 8 years since they've won the league, is it? 7 years, maybe? And Atletico Madrid, as we know, talked about in the last episode, are the best team at the minute. Got Real Madrid and Sevilla. So they're up there still. They're good. Only 3 points off the top. So, you know, you're going into that first leg. You know, Atletico Madrid did us. Couldn't beat them over 2 games. Drew the first one, got beat the next one. That's going to go well hard, isn't it? Is it fuck? Is it fuck? Is it fuck? Bleep, bleep. I'm going to have to bleep that out. Is it fuck? Is it fuck? Is it fuck? I don't know if I've got any explanations. Let's just enjoy the goals. So, yeah, they had more possession. We had more chances. We had 5 times as many shots on goal. Got Danila scored the first. We had 2 from Vlahovic, 1 from Durant Rees, 2 from Ruben. Evans played ace, but didn't do anything in particular. I mean, the lowest average rating I had was my goalkeeper on a 7.4. The whole team averaged an 8 or above. I had 1, 2, 3, 4 players on an over 9 average rating. Barcelona, on the other hand, had 4 players on a 6. So we're going to be playing Everton, and I'm looking forward to this. I'm not going to lie. It's quite exciting. Niko Kovac is their manager, and they are 6th in the Premier League. Do you remember Mikey B? Do you remember him? You've got to be an old fan of this bloody series to remember Mikey B. Nicknamed him after my mate. When we lost him, I was devastated because he was top class, and we lost him to Fulham, and then he made a massive move to Everton, and he's good. But it's weird now, isn't it? Because I don't think he would not be a starter for us. He'd be like a 4th choice centre half, and I remember I used to look at him thinking, I wish we could have players as good as him, and I can't believe we've lost him because I'm not going to be able to replace him at this moment in time. On to the match preview. We're at home and we're favourites with better form, but like I said, they beat us last time. I wish it was that temperature. Now, what time is it? I'm filming this nearly 8 PM on a Tuesday, hopefully bringing it out on a Wednesday. and it's still about 400 degrees. I've been sweating my tits off all day. This weather's not meant for England. This weather is meant for like Benidorm or Mallorca or Ibiza or Gran Canaria, when you're on holiday and you can jump in a pool. Without that pool, it's shit. Here we are with the lineups, and I think we've got a pretty strong team out. My front three are good. I'm just disappointed like Colvic's not playing, but he's not fit yet. He's still got a knock. Apart from that, pretty strong team. I'm disappointed that two of my boys are on the bench for Everton. Tuppin's on the bench and so is Mikey B. But Rambo gets a start. I love Rambo. It's just when you get Danila, Rambo deserves to play, I think, every week. But this team beat us. It's full of regens. They've got Edison in net. Wow. I know why, because the City bought Nico off me, didn't they? Bit of a roundabout maybe. But here's what it is. We need to beat these today. So, I'm going to be calm. All the best, have fun. I'm trying to stop putting pressure on them. Here we go. Come on, lads. Exciting times. We kick off. Nice early goal. Let's settle the nerves. I want them to put on a freaking performance because they can. And it's a lot of fun to watch when they do. Just don't want another game like that Atletico Madrid game. Here's Kea. Great cross. Early doors. Bit of pressure. Now, I don't know if many of you notice. Maybe you do. But I'm an alopecia sufferer. I've only ever had it on my head once. I started having it like 6 years ago, first time ever. And the first time I ever had it, I lost the entire half of my face, beard. And it really affected me. I was like devastated because it's like, why? And you never know if it's going to come back. And that's not coming back out the back of the net because we're winning 1-0. James Evans, you're a hero. Luckily it did. For most people it don't. And it slowly comes back as like a fine baby hair that goes white. And then it came back and it was brilliant. I thought, wow, I'm lucky. I'd also lost it at the back of my head as well, and that came back. 2 years later, it came back again, and I lost this half of my face. But I like having a beard, me, so it was devastating again, but I felt experienced enough that I didn't stress about it too much, and it came back again, right? Usually lasts for about a year. Again, 2 years, I've been free of it for quite a while now. And then the other week, or a couple of weeks ago now, I felt a little patch under my chin. And now, look at that. Come all here. It's coming all here again. Oh! James Evans on fire. So yeah, I'm not stressing about it. I just want to talk about it in case you've noticed it. And in case anyone else suffers from it. You want to talk to someone. I've talked to quite a few people online that I've met in groups who have just had it for the first time and they're really scared. The more you worry, the more it gets worse. There's no cure for it. They don't know why it works. They'll try and give you creams and everything. Nothing works. I've always felt the best thing to do is forget about it. And already, just from experience and not even thinking about it, my main one is already started getting its baby hairs. If you look close, because when you've got alopecia, it's smooth, like a baby's bum smooth. But if you feel that now, there's like the tiny little clear hairs, then they turn white and then it comes back. Hopefully. Now, before I talk about the game, I just want to finish off by saying the reason I'm talking about it is because it's nearly September. September is Alopecia Awareness Month. So I think all that month, I'm going to really be pushing, try and raise some money for alopecia awareness. I'm also going to be climbing Scafell, the tallest mountain in England. It's not really a mountain, it's a very, very big hill, but it's massive. Google it if you're not from England. It's called Scafell, it's in the Lake District. I'm going to be doing that for cancer and alopecia, so I'm hoping some of you guys might be kind near the time. We can raise some money to get into some research about it. Forget all that morbid shit. We're winning 2-0 with 2 goals. From James Evans, who's an absolute hero. We've hardly even touched the ball, but when we have, we've been exciting with it. I'll take that all day long. Started just being chilled. I'm very happy, keep it going. I've just stopped putting pressure on him and telling him I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. It's because the kids, maybe, I don't know. But they seem to respond better to me being chilled. Like an uncle, like a cool uncle, not a dad. Here we go, Everton kick off the second half. You need to put Tuppy on. If you had Mikey B in defence, I probably wouldn't have scored any goals, would I? Do you know what I mean? They've not made any subs yet. I don't think it'll like I won't make any subs yet. Usually when it's going well, I'll probably wait till that last half an hour, 20 odd minutes and bring on a couple of players. Yeah, so like I said, if you've got it and you're worried, you know, talk to me about it. Because honestly, it's shit. And especially a lot of people I've talked to have lost all the hair in the head and everything. And I mean, people have it all their life. I didn't get it till I was 35. Do you know what I mean? 34, 35. Just came out of nowhere, scary. It's just weird. Right, made some changes. So have they. They've brought Toppin on. So they've got my old school wingers, Toppin on the left, Rambo on the right. Back at the Villa. I bet that's emotional for them, innit, eh? Because they loved it. I don't think neither of them asked to leave. I sold them, but it's Everton on the attack. Here's Rambo. He's dangerous. We all know how good Rambo is. Come on, Becker. To some dude, I can't say his name. Laurent Blanc, he's playing. Must be about 75 years old. Ooh, nice ball from Blanc. Finds Pedersen. What can Everton do? Nothing. But I've made a change. I've brought the young right winger on, and that was another great corner highlight. Is this an update thing? How many times does this keep happening? And it's happening off camera. Where you get a corner and you're expecting a highlight, and it got... What's that all about? And we've got 10 minutes left. We're still winning. That's all that matters. I want them 3 points. I want a victory for you guys. Okay, I've just switched it to very attacking. And I've told them to push forward, or that won't take effect until after this highlight. But here's Ruben, nice pass to Kasama. He's going to thread it through to Basua. He does, great save. So have you smashed the like button yet? Have you? Do it. Go and do it now. What else are you doing now? Use your thumb and go. Whoosh. Oh, whoosh, 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 whoosh. Give it a little whoosh. Use your finger. Use your nose. Be creative. Use your tongue or your chin. Use your knob. I don't care. Oh, why did you do that to me? Why did it do that to me? Let's watch the replay. I hate it when it does that jitter thing. It does it all the time on my computer, but my computer is shit. Now imagine Mexican TV, when they were commenting, they'd be going, Kasama! Wouldn't they? Going forever. Brilliant goal. Come on, lads. I'm obsessed with Mexican football at the minute. If you've watched my Journeyman, I am in Mexico, and it is fun. Yellow is my colour, yellow is my colour. We didn't touch the ball, but we scored more goals than they did. Yellow is my colour. Right, oh shit. Well, what a great day this is. Not only have we just won, beating Everton, getting our revenge for early in the season and getting ourselves 3 points, Brighton took points off United. That's what we need. Teams like Brighton, who are down there, mid-table-ish, taking points off United and letting us catch United up. They've only lost 2, but we've drawn less. Oh, 5 points in it. We win our game in, and that's 2 points. It's getting good, isn't it, boys? Let's switch dates because it's always easier this time of year, and I've got a couple of games coming up quite close to each other. Barcelona in the Champions League and Brighton in the FA Cup. I'm going to go for that game against Barcelona and not take any risks. Then beating Brighton in the FA Cup, take a risk that they'll get us through to the semis, and then I'll stop B-Team in the FA Cup and we'll try and win that. Treble's on the cards here. I doubt it, but I mean, yeah, everything's hard. It's just exciting. I've enjoyed last year when we won the league, but I don't know, something about this year is exciting me. Maybe because the team's young and exciting and fresh, and I was slightly worried would they be as good as last year, but I think they're better. Well, there we go. That is the end of the episode. Make sure you smash the like button. Don't be shady. Go and do it. Thank you very much. Go and tell your friends about the series and me. Get them to subscribe to me. Go on your mum's YouTube account and get subscribed to me. Just do it anyway. She won't notice. Yeah, if you want to follow me on Twitter, go and do that. I'm always on Twitter. I'll chat to you and get to know you on Twitter. It's dead easy. You should find a link to that down below in the description. If you want to help the channel out a little bit more, pledge to my Patreon. Keep the wife off your back. You'll find a link to that too. Hopefully next week I might make a few more videos. I've got a couple of story-based ones coming out. Hopefully if I can get around to making them. I've got 2 good ideas. They're not part of the Boodyverse, separate on their own videos, but they're quite good. I think they're going to be quite good. They'll play on movies, 2 of them, so I'm excited about them. Hopefully we can get them made next week. But I think we'll carry on with this. Maybe 2 or 3 Denton a week, and then 1 Journeyman. I hope you're well. Stay safe. You've been amazing. I've been Bood. I'll see you next time.